Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome your faces back to Farm Manager 2018. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because I'm certainly excited to be back on the super happy fun farm where they're going pretty well. They're going pretty well, I have to say. Currently sitting on 829 strawberries. We are unfortunately not getting any frozen strawberries, though, because as it turns out, as we've discovered, we need a frozen foods... we need a warehouse with cooling. That's what we need. Not the frozen food warehouse, but a warehouse with cooling specifically. And unfortunately, a warehouse with cooling is going to cost us $190,000. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. If we have a little look, our current set of strawberries will sell for $13,380. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to auto trade here. And we're going to have to say we are actually automatically selling strawberries. Fantastic. So we're going to need to keep that going. We're basically going to need to make sure that all year round we are selling strawberries to make the money that we're going to need. But I'm also thinking it might be a good idea to invest a bit more money in some more greenhouses. I'm thinking that might not be a bad idea. Because as it stands, it's not going to cost us that much to get more greenhouses. The expensive part of it is the irrigation systems. So if we could get more greenhouses, we could gradually get the money that we're going to need to get the warehouse with cooling. I'm also thinking what we could potentially do is actually dismiss these employees because we're paying $800 a month for them. We don't need them right now. Obviously, we did train them. I should mention that. We did train these people up to be good with manufacturing, but I think we just need to get rid of them. I do think we just need to get rid of the employees that are currently working in the warehouse. We are spending money when we don't need to be spending money. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but it's just the way it's going to have to be. So there's going to be no production on that factory for a while. We are going to be paying, $328 per month on that factory, but that's just going to have to be the way of it. Also, I just want to mention, if I sound a bit quiet, I shouldn't sound, I guess, quiet's not the word. I'll be the same volume through the video because of editing, but if my voice sounds a bit weird, my throat really hurts. So that's kind of why I might be speaking softer than usual. I'm not going to be yelling as much because it's kind of really sore right now. But I don't know. I think it sounds all right for a farming video. I think it sounds okay. So, just a little side note, I guess. Anyway, while we're waiting on some money rolling in, because we haven't actually sold our strawberries yet, I'm wondering when it is that we're actually going to make a trade. You are not a trader there, are you? No, you're not. Okay, so we're still waiting on someone coming in to buy all of our product. I would love to know when, what that date is, but I feel like it changes every month. Because I know it's twice a month, but I feel like it changes quite frequently. So I have no idea when the trader is supposed to get here. That's also not the trader right there. That's fine. We'll not worry about it too much. We should get some pretty good money, though. We have 901 yellow Cubs cheese. So, I mean, if we have a quick look at that, we can go to sell here. We can go to the Cubs cheese. That's going to be 17,000, and the strawberries are going to be 13,000. So we're looking at about $30,000, which is really, really good. And it's only a couple of days until we get a bunch more strawberries. So we're going to be doing pretty well here. Let's go ahead and autofill this harvest and see if we can get that to be over 1,000 strawberries before the trader comes in. No, it's not going to happen. Trader's here, but $30,000. $30,000 is going to be coming our way, so I'm really not going to complain at all. I'm really, really not going to complain at all. Let's go ahead and autofill this. And let's go ahead and autofill this as well so we can get all of those strawberries into the mix here. That's going to be really, really good to have. I'm actually thinking it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and actually get the... it might not be a bad idea to get another small warehouse, to be honest, for the strawberries. But I guess we're going to probably put the warehouse with cooling up this way. I wish we could see how big it was. I really wish we could see how big that warehouse was. Because I want to know if I can fit it into this space. I have to imagine I could. I have to imagine it'll fit. Also, apparently we're having some problem feeding the animals. So let's buy in some wheat. We'll go ahead and buy 5,000 units of wheat. just because we can. That'll keep them well fed for a while. But I guess what we could do is we could get a few more greenhouses. I'm thinking this field here, I'm almost thinking this entire field could go. Because that could just be a big area for greenhouses. Obviously, we did spend the money, you know, creating that field, but... oh, they almost fit perfectly. I wonder if we got rid of the hedges, would they fit? Or if we turn them around a little bit. You know, do them this way. That could maybe work. What if we were to bring a paved road right up here? So something like that. And then go ahead and say that we want to do some greenhouses like right against that road. We could maybe get 2 in there. We can actually get 1 down here as well. Unfortunately, we can't get them all the way up here. I imagine those hedges are probably in the way, though. So I kind of wonder if we bulldoze the hedges and the trees a little bit, can we go ahead and get a couple of greenhouses in there? That's me question. We actually have some hedge left there, so let's have a little look. Can I go ahead and get myself some greenhouses? I absolutely can. So let's do 1, and can I get another one? No, that's unfortunate. Okay. We can get 1 down here, though. And then we could probably get 1, yeah, sort of in the middle like that, which is a little awkward looking. But I think that's probably okay. I don't know if I like that, but I also don't know if I get my money back if I demolish these. So I think it's going to have to just be like that. We do have over 1,000 strawberries right now, though, so that's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a very big deal. So I'm really not going to complain. I would like to bulldoze the rest of these hedges, though, and be very careful I don't accidentally bulldoze the greenhouses or something like that. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of road in just there. And there we go. So we're going to get those all built up nice and quickly. And then we can go ahead and plant a bunch more strawberries, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so much money, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get these done. Let's go ahead and plow the soil just there. Let's get this one done as well. And let's get this one done as well. Get everybody in on that. Get it all done quick as you can. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of a dirt road just in there. Just because we can. We can actually put one in there as well, so we absolutely will do that. We can actually get a little dirt road behind this one too, which I don't think we'll do something like that. I guess that doesn't hurt. A little bit of a dirt road there. Bulldoze that one, though, because it looks a bit dumb. But there we go. We'll get the soil plowed in all of the greenhouses. We'll get it cultivated. We'll get it fertilized. And we'll have almost double the strawberry production. You guys are eating wheat, right? Yeah, you are. So why are they still hungry? That's a bit weird. Why are you still hungry? There's wheat in there. I feel like the animals aren't being properly looked after. I feel like we might get reported for this. And I'm not okay with that. So a bunch of the new strawberry crops are going in, which is fantastic news. We're also going ahead and harvesting some more strawberries from the greenhouses done this way, which is fantastic. We are currently sitting on $68,000, which isn't maybe as much as you might expect us to be sitting on, but that's because I've got the irrigation systems into all of these greenhouses. So basically, they're about as advanced as the other ones, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get 2 people planting the strawberries in this greenhouse up here. And let's also hope we can get a couple of people to go ahead and harvest from this one on the end as well. So we'll get that all harvested, we'll get more strawberries planted, and in a month and a half, we are pretty much going to be able to harvest from 7 different greenhouses, which I think is going to be pretty good. We're hopefully going to get some good money from that. We are getting plenty of cheese produced as well, so our production across the board is looking kind of fantastic. Very much okay with that. Very, very much okay with the idea of some good production there. Why does it look like the strawberries in there might need replanted? It does look that way, doesn't it? Is that just because that's on a hill, or what's going on with that? I think it might just be because that's on a hill. I'm assuming that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Because if they need to replant, if that's not producing properly, that's going to need fixed. That is 100% going to need fixed. Now, we do have a challenge here. Try and get a warehouse with cooling before the 19th of March, 2020. We'll get $19,000 for doing that. I'm kind of tempted. I am kind of tempted to see if we can do that. That would be kind of nice to get some money back on a warehouse with cooling. Obviously, getting 10% back there. It's better than nothing. Definitely better than nothing. It's just going to be... I think it's going to be a challenge. I mean, we need to make another $122,000 in a really small space of time. I don't think we're going to do that unless we take a loan. And I mean, have we paid back the other loan yet? Is that a thing we've done? We have not. We have not paid that loan back. So taking another one seems a little bit risky. Taking another loan seems just a little bit too risky for my liking. I do believe, though, all of the greenhouses are now producing, which is fantastic news. These guys are doing a pretty good job as well. There's actually a few of you could use some training. It's really tempting to train a few of you up. Obviously kind of expensive to do it, but I mean, I think most of you are working on plants, right? And at this point, it's just one of you doesn't have the skills, so... There you go, we'll get you trained up as well. Hopefully that means that our harvest is going to be even better from all of the greenhouses there. And I mean, what do we get per greenhouse? It's about 300 strawberries, roughly. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, about 2,100 strawberries every 25 days? 2,100 strawberries is, I mean... That's not bad. That's really not bad. If we have a quick look at strawberries, 948 will get us $12,500. So, I mean, roughly $30,000 every 25 days? I mean, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. We could have a little look again, look at the market real quick and see strawberry. So frozen strawberries are actually at an all-time low at the moment, which is a bit of a worry. I wonder if that's because it's winter. I wonder if it's a seasonal thing, the way the market goes. I wonder if when spring and summer come around, frozen strawberries will start to skyrocket there. Strawberries themselves are actually on the decline quite substantially as well, which is definitely a bit of a worry. Strawberries themselves actually going from a peak of $16.2 per unit to 12.8. That's a pretty big dip. That is a pretty big dip in the market. I wonder... That has to be seasonal, right? That has to be a seasonal thing. Hopefully that doesn't continue. I mean, the frozen ones are definitely going to be the ones to look out for, but... Hopefully that doesn't continue too much longer. Anyway, let's go ahead and harvest what we got here. 11, 12, and 10 days left on those three. 25, 28, and 36 on those three. So we got some harvests coming around pretty regularly there. Definitely looking forward to it. 376 cheese currently sitting ready to go. And we did actually get some research done as well, so we should probably look into a little bit more. I actually want to have a quick look at this because I want to look at the buying land thing. So the opportunity to buy land is only available if you own a host building on level 2 or higher. So $400,000 to get this building to level 2. Okay, so that's not happening. Auto trading every week, though, rather than twice a month. That I didn't realize was even a thing. So we do need to upgrade this building, unfortunately, before we can buy more land. But that is a thing we'll be able to do at some point. So what I think we could do for the time being is maybe reduce our bills by 12%. Maybe reduce the price of buildings by 10%. We could do that in 30 days. That way we'll take $19,000 off the price of the warehouse that we want. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. And we just got a bunch of strawberries as well, so those will be sold shortly. 20 days, 23 days, 31 days, 6 days, 4 days, 24, and 6. We're gonna have a pretty good harvest. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. 1,139 strawberries currently. That's not bad. That is not bad. We're gonna get some really good money. Again, I'm actually really glad that we went for strawberries. I think those are probably something we want to go for, like, because I'll probably play this game again at some point from, like, you know, the start. I feel like strawberries are definitely something to, like, invest in from the get-go, because, like, there's such good profit there. And it's all year round, you know? It's all year round. It's those greenhouses, man. They're so good. They're really, really profitable. If a little bit expensive. I mean, they're 15,000. There's a bit of labor involved. And I say 15,000 because 5,000 for the install and 10,000 for the irrigation. The irrigation system is the most expensive part of the greenhouse, and it's an extra part of the greenhouse. It's not... I guess it's not essential. I guess if you started out with next to no money, the greenhouse itself would produce a decent amount of money in the form of strawberries, even without irrigation. You just have to keep it manually watered, which is not that big of a deal. Anyway, 8 days, 11 days, 18 days, we will be getting even more strawberries. Hopefully we can get those before the next sale, but I kind of doubt it. I do kind of doubt it. But the good news, I suppose, is that we are over halfway through winter at this point, and I mean... let's be real, our profits in winter have never looked this good. They've never looked this good, so I'm really, really keen. I'm really happy that this winter, you know, things look a little bit better. Because last winter, I believe the first winter we went through, didn't I, like, I was cut out of most of the video. This one, there's actually progress. This one, there's actually stuff going on. So, I really can't complain. 5 days on that. Still no trader in. We might actually manage to do this. We need to look for Jackson Jenkins and give him a package. Alrighty. Where is Mr. Jenkins? Jackson? Jackson Jenkins? Jackson? What the feck? Did I go past him? Fella? Am I just like seeing things? There he is. Right. I should probably mention it's like 3:42 a.m. at the time I'm recording this video, so not only does my throat hurt, I'm a little tired, but I wanted to play this, you know? I kind of wanted to sit down and be like, let's do some farming. So here we are, basically. Here we are, 4 days on you. Is that a trader? No, still no trader coming in. We might actually manage to get a relatively full harvest on this one, although I believe there's the trader. So close. So close. I'm not going to complain about the money, though. I'm not going to complain about being on $112,000 at the height of winter. That's definitely not something to complain about. And then, of course, you know, a bunch more strawberries getting ready to come through as well, so there's going to be no complaints here. None at all. How much would we need? We need $78,000 to get the thing. We could take 100,000. But I feel like being patient is probably the better idea. Well, we got the negotiating techniques, which is fantastic news. Can we maybe get more? Is that a thing we can do? Reduce the price of buildings by 20%? 30 days? Absolutely. Absolutely do that. Because if we go and have a look, I do believe 171,000. Yeah. That's definitely a thing that we want. Is this actually cheaper to run? I don't think it is. I don't think it reduces the running cost of anything. It just reduces the building cost, which is fine. That works too. That totally works too. Anyway, we actually have more strawberries to come out here, so let's go ahead and grab those. And I believe 4 days, 2 days, 3 days on those other what's their faces, greenhouses, you know, the things we've been working with for the last couple of episodes, the things that I should probably remember the name of. We'll go ahead and get those in just a couple of days. And I'm thinking we are getting pretty close, actually, to being able to get the factory for the frozen strawberries, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be honest. I'm really excited to get that up and running. Not the factory, the warehouse. The warehouse with cooling. That's the name of it. Let's go ahead and get this to be harvested as well. That's going to bring us in a lot of strawberries. I could sell them instantly. We might sell them instantly. That might be a thing worth doing. I do believe you are going to be stuck there. So we need to click on you and teleport. Click on you and teleport. And click on you and teleport. They sort of get stuck in the terrain there. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But I'm glad the teleport button's there, because if it wasn't, they would be perpetually stuck, which we kind of don't want them to be. So thankfully that button exists. Now let's see here. Is anyone available to harvest this? No. So we're going to need to wait for all the other places to be finished before this one can actually be harvested, which isn't the worst problem to have. I think those guys are stuck again, though. You know what? You two can do that. There you go. So you two can do that. We might end up needing to move this, we might need to move this greenhouse if it keeps getting stuck, which apparently it's going to do. Apparently it is going to be getting perpetually stuck, which that's not good. It's not good. Anyway, let's see here. If we go to sell real quick, strawberries are still on the decline. They're less than 10 at this point. I'm really wondering if that's because I'm supplying so many of them. I wonder if this game actually simulates the idea of supply and demand. I'm really wondering if that's what's going on here. Because I feel like it might be. I feel like there might be an active simulation of supply and demand here, and the supply of strawberries has gotten pretty high. Although, it just took an upward turn. It did just take an upward turn there, which is not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. It does make me wonder as well if the game's maybe sort of like, hey, why don't you hold on to those strawberries until the price goes way up and then sell in bulk? That might be something to do. Although, I mean, let's run the game real slow for a second and have a quick look here. So, if we look at something like, I don't want seeds. Let's look at manure. The price of that has been on a relative, it's not a stable decline, but on the decline for a while. Apples are actually on the rise. Apples are also fairly garbage in terms of what they're worth. That's been on the decline. Buckwheat's on the decline. Cabbage is on the decline. Cherries are on the rise, but again are worth pretty much nothing. Colza is on the decline. Corn's on the decline. Cucumber, grass, red peppers, pears are on the rise. Potatoes are a bit of an irregular decline, but declined nonetheless. Pumpkins declining. Raspberries declining. This has to be due to the season, right? It has to be a seasonal thing that they're on the decline. So I wonder if we were to maybe turn off the... Let me also just cancel this because it's not going to happen. If we were to maybe turn off the auto trading on the strawberries, could we make more? Just drop to an all-time low again. Could we maybe make more by selling a little later? Or are the strawberries potentially... I mean, the strawberries are going to be good until the 29th of the month, so we can't actually hold on to them. We need to sell them. We have no way of refrigerating them, so that's unfortunately just going to have to be the way of it, I guess. That is just going to have to be the way of it. We have no way of refrigerating the strawberries, so I guess that's just what it is. I think we have a trader coming in here as well, so we'll go ahead and make a bit more money off of everything. How close are we going to be getting to 150,000? Oh, we might be able to afford the warehouse after the techniques in the building industry training too. We might be able to afford the warehouse. And even if we can't, we'll be able to afford it fairly quickly because we've got like another harvest around the corner. Okay, so spring has started. Let's go ahead and get people working on these fields over here. We don't need too many people doing it, but we're going to do it nonetheless. It would be good to autofill some of these bigger, this bigger field here, but we're not going to bother doing that. All we need to do is get the buckwheat and the colza back up so we can get the honey rolling in when the bees decide to wake up, whenever that happens to be. I think it's May they start waking up, so a couple of months out, but we might as well get the fields at least ready. We do have 1,000 strawberries sitting there, and we should have a couple more harvests coming up in a couple of days, which isn't so bad. But we'll go ahead and get these fields done. We don't really need a high quality crop from this, so I don't know if we'll bother cultivating it. We kind of just need the buckwheat flowers and the colza flowers as well. I do want to take a moment to talk, though. I thought the armrest of my chair was higher. It's not. It's actually lower than I expected it to be, which is why I'm sitting at this awkward angle. Let's just lean forward instead. I do want to take a minute to talk, though, about why I'm not doing seasonal workers. So, from what I can tell, let's just unhook my cable from my chair as well. From what I can tell, there are no seasonal workers that you can get that can also do beekeeping. This was the last time I checked. I might be wrong here. We'll have a quick look at the hiring list. We'll look at seasonal, and they seem to just work in general on the harvest. Like, none of them have specific skills and anything. And I did test it a little bit at one point. I think it was like I recorded for 10 minutes, hired these seasonal workers. I made a whole thing of building up the seasonal workers, and then they couldn't work in beekeeping. So I kind of scrapped that 10 minutes of recording because, you know, it was all for nothing. So basically, it seems like seasonal workers cannot do beekeeping. That's why I don't hire them for beekeeping. And there's no point hiring them for the greenhouses because the greenhouses aren't seasonal. The seasons don't affect the greenhouses. So that's why we've got nothing but permanent workers. We'll go ahead and cultivate this field here, even though we don't really need to. We have the time. This one here can be cultivated as well. And we actually have some harvest ready to go too. So let's get that going. And let's get that one going as well. I think for a second there, did have the money to get the warehouse that we want. We actually still have the money. It's 156,000, and it's not as huge as I thought it would be, which is really, really good news. So we are going to be building that over here shortly. I want a little bit more money, though, before we go ahead and build it. I do not want to do that without a decent amount of money. So let's go ahead and harvest that. And then we can go ahead and say we want to sow some, it's going to be colza seeds in there. And it's going to be some buckwheat seeds just in there. So we'll get those ordered in. Shouldn't take too long to do that at all. And then once that delivery comes through, which I think it might have already done, possibly. Yeah, the colza is there. So we'll get that done, autofill, and get that planted. This one over here with the buckwheat is hopefully going to be ready to go as well. Yes, it is. Anyone we can autofill on that? Yes, we can. Okay. So we'll get that going so that the bees wake up and go, hey, look over here. We got some buckwheat. And then we'll go from there. We can also go ahead and harvest all of that. And I think we could also go ahead and just sell all the strawberries that we currently have. Strawberries still sitting there at an all-time low price. Not really happy about it. Nothing we can do about it. So let's just go ahead and get this warehouse. We'll go ahead and build it next to the small milk processing plant just there. That'll leave us $12,000. It's not much. It's really not much. But we can, I suppose, go to cheese here and sell some of that, which actually had an interesting spike there at one point. Had a very interesting spike there. As for strawberries ever so slightly spiking back up there, but still on a general decline, which I'm not okay with. Can we go ahead and hire some people here by chance? It'd be great if we could. It'd be really good if we could get some decent warehouse workers in here. I'm also thinking it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have them living near the factory. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have them living near it at all, but I don't think we have the money to do that. So let's just get some manufacturing here. Holly's gonna come in. We're gonna get, who else are we gonna get here? We could go for you. You can do some beekeeping. You're relatively affordable. You've got a little bit of skill. You've got 3 of 5, so you are hired. And we'll go for Harry Burton. He's a bit expensive, isn't he? 524. Can we get a few more workers here? 615, 690. Good lord. 495. You'll do. So we'll hire those guys. We'll put them to work over here. We'll clear you out for a second. We'll pick the one that has no skill at all and then give her a little bit of training there. We'll train her right up, actually. In fact, maybe we'll train everybody up. I think we have the money to do it. So we'll train you up and then we'll train you as well, which should mean our production's plus 25%, and we should see some actual production go ahead there. We have got the frozen strawberries in as well, so at this point, we're looking pretty good. The bees are awake, so we're going to be getting some honey as well. So generally, across the board, things are looking really, really good here. Things are looking really, really good here. Let's go ahead and stop automatically selling strawberries, if we can, please. So do not sell those anymore, but instead, we want to be selling the frozen strawberries, which I guess are going to be up here. Where are the frozen strawberries? Did I go past them? Am I blind? Frozen cherry? Frozen raspberry? Where's the frozen strawberries, man? I'm slightly concerned here. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Can we have a look at you? Right, sell. Frozen strawberries. Auto trade. Right there. I am totally blind. Alrighty. So you guys are hopefully going to be getting some more strawberries in soon. We don't actually have a harvest sitting at the minute. We will have one in a couple of days, though. We actually have one going ahead right now. So let's start getting some frozen strawberries out of here. 225 frozen strawberries will sell for 4,618. So we could be looking at a really, really substantial profit here. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm kind of excited that we've been turning a profit this whole time, and we're probably about to start turning an even bigger profit. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. I'm really, really keen to see this going. Really, really keen to see this going. So there's a bunch of strawberries going in there. We're starting to store our strawberries in the warehouse with cooling as well as the cheese and some of the honey too. So generally speaking, this big warehouse is going to be so much better for storage. I'm also thinking it might mean we could totally get rid of the smaller warehouse there if we really wanted to. But it's probably not a bad thing to have. It's probably not the worst thing in the world to have. As long as you guys actually go ahead and grab the strawberries and start, you know, turn them into frozen strawberries, we're going to be fine. So hopefully that's a thing that gets done pretty quick. Let's go ahead and harvest that field as well. And you guys still aren't producing. Could you maybe hurry up with that? Could you maybe just hurry up a little bit? That would be great. It feels like they're not at all. I can't help. I think this one's gone out in a truck, right? No, what are you doing? Why are they not doing anything, man? What are you doing? You work at the small frozen food factory. You're not very good. You're not very good at working at the small frozen food factory. None of you seem to be doing anything. Like, there's no sign that you guys are gonna go and get the strawberries. So I am a little concerned. I mean, you're going in there. Now you're leaving. I can't help but feel that I'm getting I'm getting bamboozled here. Like, you guys, you're both going in, and then you both immediately leave. We haven't got production on, have we? That'll be why. That'll be why, right there. Because I didn't turn production on. Whoa, I'm good. I'm good at video games, me. I'm the best at the video games, is what I am. Wow. Wow, I'm an idiot. That's amazing, is what that is. That's just an incredible... that's esports level plays, is what that is. That is esports level. That's what that is. That's what you've just witnessed. You're welcome. Oh, I can't wait to see the comments on this video. Cannot wait to see the comments on this video. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. 337.5 kilograms of frozen strawberries. That's not so bad. We have got more strawberries coming out gradually as well. I feel like not as many units of honey this year are coming out, which is a little weird. Definitely a little weird, but 450 kilograms of frozen strawberries there. So those guys are doing a pretty good job of production, which I'm not going to complain about. We've got a bit more cheese in there too. We've got more strawberries harvested and something else ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and do that. I honestly feel like we're not making as much money with the frozen strawberries. We're not selling them as quickly. And I feel like that, I mean, obviously that is because of the process, right? They have to be turned into frozen strawberries. But I feel like that process is really, really slow right now. Although I think we are, yeah, we just made a delivery of frozen strawberries. So what are they worth? 450 frozen strawberries is worth 8,737. And 792 is... Okay, so 450, yeah, it's worth more. But the process seems like it's really taking... I mean, it's taking a lot of time, isn't it? It is taking a lot of time. Maybe there's a balance there? Maybe there is a balance to be struck between selling frozen and fresh? But I don't know. I mean, we're sitting at 1,500 strawberries right now. Maybe what we do is we only sell strawberries if we go to auto trade here. Maybe we only sell strawberries when there are... So what is this exactly? I don't remember the exact way this works. I think it's only sell if there's over 1,000. I think that's the way we do it. So if there's over 1,000 units of strawberries, maybe 750. So if there's anything over 750, sell that, I think is the way it works. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's how it works. I really hope that's how it works, otherwise we're gonna get rid of all of our strawberries, which I really don't want to do. Hey. I think there's a balance. I think there is a balance to be struck. And I think we're gonna have to find that balance. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we could probably go ahead and leave it there for today. We got the warehouse with cooling. We have the frozen strawberries going out. We're about to make a trade, so let's see what we're gonna be doing. Our numbers are, yeah, so it sells 750. Anything above 750, it'll sell it. I think we just made about $50,000 as well. So that's nothing to sniff at, is what that is. That's nothing to sniff at, so I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and leave it there. Thank you kind of for watching. This has been Farm Manager 2018. By the way, actually, before we wrap this up, people keep asking where you get this game. I'm not 100% sure right now because I got it on Steam, but it's been pulled off of Steam because of, apparently, I don't know anything about this, I've just seen some comments saying this. Apparently, there's a false DMCA takedown, which is basically like a copyright takedown, against this game, which has removed it from the Steam store. I don't currently know where you can get this game. I know it has a Facebook page, so if you Google Farm Manager 2018, maybe you can find some more information there. If I remember to put the link in the description, I will, but I'm not promising anything. Look around a little bit, see what's going on. I'll look into it myself and try and remember to update all of you. I just know that it's maybe not currently at the time of this video going out available on Steam. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Farm Manager 2018 Part 6. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.